Alzheimer's and dementia, what are they and what is the difference? So Alzheimer's is a specific type of dementia, but they are used interchangeably, and that's why people get confused with it, myself included. But I wanted to make a quick video just to explain it in simple terms and to help people out. So dementia is the decline in mental ability that can affect your life severe enough that it provides problems in everyday life. Whereas Alzheimer's is a progressive brain disorder which affects many things such as memory loss, which is probably the most common one, cognitive decline, behaviour changes and confusion, but there are many others. Whilst Alzheimer's is the most common type of dementia, they are broken down into three separate types. So the first type is early onset Alzheimer's, which is people under the age of 65, such as my mum. She was diagnosed at 59. It isn't as uncommon as you think anymore. People are getting it in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and it is very scary how common it's becoming. The second one is late onset, which is probably the most common that most people think when they think of dementia or Alzheimer's, which is those over the age of 65 who have been diagnosed. And mixed dementia, which is when Alzheimer's disease is combined with another type of dementia, such as Lewy body dementia. There are other types of dementia slash Alzheimer's. Although Alzheimer's is a leading cause of dementia, there are many which affect different parts of the brain. Some of these that are more common is Lewy body dementia, which is the build-up of protein. It's not the protein you and I would eat going to the gym. It's like plaque almost in the brain, which kind of covers bits of the brain so they are not connecting with each other anymore. That's probably the most common type. There's also vascular dementia, which is the damage of blood vessels in the brain. The one my mum has is frontal temporal dementia, which is the front of the brain. So that affects her behaviour and her personality. You can also get this from things such as Parkinson's at later stages, but there is many different, there's a lot out there, too many to mention, but they basically affect all different parts of the brain, and every single person deals with it differently, because I think people compare and also look online at how long stages last. But my mum or your mum could last 4 years in one stage, your mum could last 1 year in that stage. It's completely different, and it doesn't necessarily affect them the same way it would affect my mum. My mum was diagnosed at 59. She's now 69. So come this February, it'll be 10 years diagnosis. She was diagnosed early onset, but at late stage, which means she's quite far down the line. There are different stages. I was going to mention them, but I feel that scares people, and I think people should stay away from that. But I can mention that in another video. She has no ability to speak near enough anymore. It's just a noise she makes. Very rarely does she speak. It's affected her cognitive skills from day one. Her mobility is going away. Her eyesight is affected. Her memory is also severely affected. She doesn't know who we are anymore. Her behaviour has changed. She is very emotional, and basic functions that me and you deal with every day, she'll eventually forget how to swallow. She already doesn't really know what's going on when she's going to the toilet, things like that. But I just want to make a strong point on that Alzheimer's slash dementia is not an old person's disease who forgets things and lives in a care home. It is so much more than that. It affects so much of the body in that person's life, including the people around them that need to watch that happen. It's very horrible disease, and I'm just trying to help educate a wee bit. That's very basic terms, but I am not medically trained. I am not a doctor. Obviously do your own research, but I thought I'd just make a video explaining it in very simple terms as much as I can from what I have learned. I may be wrong in certain bits, but if I am, please let me know in the comments below. But I believe I am correct. But thank you for listening to my video. Hopefully that helped some of you differentiate them both, and just a wee look into what Alzheimer's slash dementia is. But thank you for listening.